Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep. Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep. Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep. Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep. Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep. Education isn't just about knowing the right answers. It's about knowing what questions to ask. What impact can our research have on reducing climate change? Why do humans need a supportive environment to show who they really are? How can we innovate to prepare our graduates for the industry of the future? Where can we make changes to enhance accessibility? When will we have a society based on inclusiveness and fairness? Who makes community? At the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, we prepare students to ask the questions that will define the future success of our society. Across our 6 campuses of Clare Street and Moylish in Limerick, Athlone, Clonmel, Thurles and Ennis, we have the people, we have the passion and the technology that creates space for learning, where knowledge thrives. The future belongs to those who can find patterns and imagine a new way to apply traditional disciplines. Our future leaders will have the empathy and the observational skills to see how the world works and how it could be better. They will ask what, they will ask why, where, when, who, how. This questioning spirit, this thirst for knowledge, this drive for innovation flows deep in our university. TUS, where knowledge flows deep. Education isn't just about knowing the right answers.
Distinguished guests, welcome to the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, and our first graduation ceremony for our Midlands campus. Over the course of the 11 ceremonies in TUS, more than 4,000 students will graduate and become the first members of the TUS alumni community. Graduation Day brings with it a roller coaster of emotions for graduands and your families alike. It is a time of celebration and a time of great achievement. There is reflection on past trials and successes, as well as great hope for the future. As a parent, family member, or guardian of the graduands here today, you have done your job in shaping their minds and filling their hearts. Now it's time to step back and to let them shine. All their hard work has trained them for what is about to come. The order of ceremony is in your booklet, and this is the first graduation ceremony out of 7 that we have over the course of the next 3 days across our 4 faculties. A couple of safety and housekeeping issues. Fire exits are very clearly marked, 2 behind me, 2 at the side, and of course the entrance point within which you entered the arena. In the unlikely event of a fire alarm operating, please follow my colleagues and stewards safely towards the exits. In addition, please keep all aisles free of belongings so that conferees will have free movement to and from the stage during our ceremony. Please note that we are strictly adhering to COVID guidelines, so you are all required to wear your mask throughout the ceremony and indeed to please remain in your allocated seats. As you will see, we have photography with us today, Jeff Harvey Photography and Pat from Lafayette Photography. They are all here to capture special moments from the ceremony in the arena. Individual photographs, as you know, will be taken over the MPH by Lafayette Photography, and you are welcome to make your way over there to have your photographs taken after the ceremony if you have booked. Please note that we are not going to clap for each individual recipient, as we have a lot of conferees to go through. So at the end of each programme, your head of department will instruct you to stand up and take a well-deserved standing ovation and clap for everybody in your group collectively. During our ceremony this afternoon, we will confer each row of conferees via their programme, as set out in the graduation booklet. You will follow our colleagues to the bottom of the stage here. You will enter the stage and exit on this side. Can I ask all graduands to please stay in the order within which you have been placed today, as your parchments are in this order. When your name is called out by your head of department, wait to the side of the platform, and you will then be called on stage to receive your parchment from our president. Our wonderful music today is provided by the 2nd Brigade Band from the Defence Forces, who are excellently conducted by Captain Thomas Kelly. We are hugely grateful for their music. I think you have really enjoyed it while you were waiting for the ceremony to begin, and they add a lovely accompaniment to our ceremonies. So can we please give a round of applause to Captain Kelly and the band. Can I also ask you to make sure that your mobile phone is turned off or indeed to silent, and a reminder that our campus is proudly a fully non-smoking and non-vaping campus, so if you could kindly respect that. At the commencement of our academic ceremony, in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to stand as the procession comes into the arena, up the central aisle, and they're going to gather on the platform here to the left. I will ask you to remain standing until the academic procession has concluded and all parties are on the stage and seated. So, to give you a little bit of background into the history and significance around some of the elements that form part of our ceremony here this evening. Our academic session is hierarchical, with our academics and head of departments walking into the arena first, then followed by President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cannan, Registrar and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Francis O'Connell, Chair of our governing body, Josephine Feely, and the Dean of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, Dr. Michael Tobin. The academic dress that you are wearing this morning adds colour, spectacles, and a sense of occasion to our conferring ceremonies. The gown, hood, sleeves, and caps and colours are all very distinctive elements of academic dress. Bonnets will be worn by our President, Registrar, and Chair of our governing body. There is also a wonderful tradition called the turning of the tassel. Tassels are black for their motorboard caps, and all graduands should wear their tassels to the right-hand side of the motorboard cap until they have been conferred with the award, when you then place the tassel to the left-hand side, hence the lovely tradition of turning the tassel. This tradition symbolises your transition from student to graduate. So my advice is to sit back and enjoy our wonderful graduation ceremony this evening, which we are privileged to have in person this year to celebrate with you all. Orrin Hatch once said that graduation is not the end, it is simply the beginning. So ladies and gentlemen, if we are all ready, we will stand and begin our graduation ceremony for the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, and you're very welcome. Díobh go léir, agus fáilte go balla a halún. President, Chair of Governing Body, members of Governing Body, distinguished members of staff, graduates, family, guardians and friends, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you to the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, and the first of the 7 conferring ceremonies to be conducted on the Athlone campus of our Technological University over 3 days, encompassing 4 faculties, including the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, the Faculty of Science and Health, the Faculty of Business and Hospitality, and the Faculty of Engineering and Informatics. Today is a very proud day as we celebrate in person this inaugural TUS graduation ceremony with you, our graduates. During these ceremonies, we will confer over 2,275 academic awards from level 6 to level 10, including 1,944 undergraduate awards, 316 postgraduate awards, 3 Masters by Research and 9 PhDs. My name is Frances O'Connell. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Registrar, and today it is my honour and privilege to act as your MC for this graduation session. Our conferring session is the highlight of our academic calendar, one that brings enormous joy not only to you, our graduates and your families, but to our university community. It creates great pride, made up of our academics, professional, faculty and support staff that have aided you directly and indirectly on your academic journey that culminates today with your conferring. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the members of the presiding top table at this conferring ceremony, from left to right as you view them. Ms. Cora McCormack of the Quality Office, Professor Vincent Canaan, President of the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, Ms. Josephine Feherty, Chair of the Governing Body of the Technological University, and Dr. Michael Tobin, Dean of the Faculty of Continuing Professional Distance and Online Learning, and Ms. Michelle McKeown-Bennett, Dean of the Faculty of Business and Hospitality. I'd also like to welcome the Head of the Department of Flexible Learning, Mr. Shane O'Ryan, and also the Head, Tony Johnson, of the Department of Hospitality. We are also joined today by Ms. Anya Daly, the first President of the TUS Student Union. I'm delighted that you are also here, Anya. Before we commence the formal proceedings, I welcome and thank the 2nd Brigade Army Band for their contribution to today's ceremony, celebrating your special day through music, under the stewardship of Captain Thomas Kelly. Finally, I would like to welcome our graduates. This day is all about marking your academic achievement. It is a day that you get to publicly celebrate this with your family, your guardians, your friends, and the community of staff right across our Technological University. We stand with you today to acknowledge formally this significant milestone in your life and career. So, to give you an overview of today's graduation sessions, today's conferring will start with a formal address by the Chairperson of the Governing Body of the Technological University of the Shannon Midlands Midwest, Ms. Josephine Feherty. It will be followed by the formal commencement of the conferring ceremony by the President, Professor Vincent Canaan, and the notice of the conferral of awards. The Deans of your faculty then will introduce the awards to be presented, and each graduate's name will then be called individually by your Head of Department under your class group. It will then be followed by a formal address by our President, Professor Vincent Kinane. So I now will call upon the Chair of the governing body, Ms. Josephine Feherty, to address you.
Thank you, Francis. Excuse me. Thank you, Francis, for that introduction. Achhuini Ushle Ilig is mór an onordam fáilte choróibh inniu. Chuig an géad searmanis bronta céime de chuid na hoscoile technoliaachta TUS Lár Tíre agus an Maníortha. Chun rang fiche héan a ahint agus a ceiliúra. Cóchárdathe go mór live go léir. Welcome, distinguished guests, and welcome especially to you, our graduands. It is an honour for me to be here with you today for the inaugural graduation ceremony of TUS, the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands and Midwest, to recognise and to celebrate the class of 2021. Congratulations to you all. It's a real privilege for me to be the first chair of the first governing body of Ireland's first trans-regional university. The launch of TUS on October the 1st was a significant day in the educational life of this country and in the social and economic development of both the Midlands and Midwest regions. Designation as a technological university will enable TUS to build on the achievements and successes of its forebears, Athlone Institute of Technology and Limerick Institute of Technology. It will open up capacity and provide access to the highest level of education, technology and research to a hinterland of 850,000 people and growing. TUS is a new kind of university, one which will drive enhanced development across the Midlands and Midwest, with a consolidation of expertise that will further strengthen its competitiveness and its attractiveness to business. For example, research of national importance is already underway across TUS's Athlone campus in areas such as the circular economy, smart drug delivery and sterilisation. TUS will also make a significant impact internationally. Even though it is Ireland's newest university, your alma mater has an educational footprint in 105 different countries across the globe. And here on the Athlone campus alone, we have students drawn from 84 nations, reflecting the globalised nature of the campus. This past 18 months have posed unprecedented challenges for all of us, for all sectors of Irish life, including education. It makes it even more remarkable that the development of TUS largely occurred during this global pandemic, and it is a credit to all concerned. But the launch was only phase one. The challenge now is to consolidate and grow, to develop and thrive, and to exploit the opportunities available to TUS while holding on to the ethos of both the AIT and LIT, an ethos of supporting access to education, of responsiveness to business and to the communities which our 6 campuses serve. The last 18 months have also meant that you, our graduands, have not had a typical student's path to today. You've had your studies disrupted, not to mention your social lives. And if you're making up for lost time in relation to your social lives, can I ask you to do so carefully, please, for your own sakes? Your next steps, your life and work choices, may have been impacted by the last 18 months, and perhaps some of those impacts will be for the better. I certainly hope so. You've had one other change which I hope you will view as positive. You signed up to study in Athlone Institute of Technology, and you graduate today with an award from a technological university. The class of 2021 are, and always will be, the first ever to receive an award from TUS. And as the first graduates of TUS, I hope you will remain fiercely proud of your alma mater and work with us to collectively leverage the Midlands and Midwest regions for the betterment of all who reside here as we move towards a post-pandemic life, a life which feels as if it will be different somehow. You should also be fiercely proud of yourselves. It took focus and resilience, as well as hard work, to achieve the success that you are celebrating here today. Give yourselves a large pat on the back. Say thank you to those who supported you, your families, friends, tutors. You know who they are. And I wish you every possible success in the next phase of your lives, wherever that may take you. Cógorgeas a ríis de rang fiche fiche hen, Bechordi a bheith anbródú ar fad, Guim gachra arif as seamach, Cibé bóthir a rang ishiv, Gur a míle mahabh is Canary live Galéir.
Josephine. Thank you for your very warm address and the recognition of the exciting and positive times that lie ahead for our technological university and for you to socialise safely. President, I now call upon you to officially commence the academic conferring and the conferral of awards.
Ar cion na hallscoil technoliaachta na Siona, ar tíre dhíthar lár, brúnam dacnach tani ar óglamórí na hallscoil technoliaachta atá tar éis an cagdan sin a bhaint amach, agus éiream go curfar na hóglamórí sin am a láthair, go na bar a Horvardov go formúil. On behalf of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Technological University who have achieved the standard for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Professor Canaan. I am now delighted to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, Dr. Michael Tobin, to present his conferees for award. Those to be conferred are outlined in your conferring booklet from page 6 to page 10. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. Good evening. As the Dean of the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online Distance Learning, it is my great pleasure to join the President in welcoming faculty colleagues and, most importantly, families, friends and members of the 2021 graduating class to our live ceremony. Indeed, for those of you watching at home, whether it be in your office, your car or wherever, we're delighted that you can also join us. And remember that no matter where the location, this is your day to celebrate as well. So enjoy it all. Today, we celebrate a moment of real consequence in the lives of the graduates across the faculty, and in particular the Department of Lifelong Learning. In total, we have over 400 conferees being conferred today, either in person here on the campus or indeed in absentia. But irrespective of being here or at another location, we recognise all of our conferees equally across our various programmes from level 6 to level 9, spanning diverse fields of study from business and finance, quality management, logistics, payroll, procurement, real estate, law, social care, supervisory management and leadership, including the Executive Management Postgraduate Diploma and, of course, the Masters in Business Administration, the MBA. This year just past, as we all know, has been one of considerable disruption. And it is testament to you, the students, your lecturers, and our administrative teams that we are here today celebrating this wonderful achievement. And congratulations to you all, and I really mean that. If you remember, at our first induction meeting, I spoke of this momentous day as a day at the beginning, a new beginning. And I wanted you to recognise the importance of it. And I wanted you to feel the celebration and the success that it represents. And remember that it's through your efforts, your dedication, your perseverance, your long hours at classes and at study, in addition to the support from your family, friends and work colleagues, that has enabled you to achieve your award today. So irrespective of where you are, I'd like to give you a personal applause, right? And indeed, perhaps those sitting beside you would applaud as well, just to say well done to yourselves. You did it. It's a great achievement. But it's not over. As I say to all the graduates each year, I look forward to welcoming you back to the faculty again at some time in the future as you embark on your next learning journey in this era of lifelong learning. You know, I'd say not a chance, but I know you'll be back. I've seen you before, so I look forward to seeing you again. Finally, just a reminder to those at home that we will only be calling the names of those people who are present with us today. But this does not diminish your success. So as your class group or program group is called to the stage, be sure to take a bow for yourselves, a bow which recognises your achievement following your learning here with us. So, as I finish, again I say congratulations to you all. And now, Mr. President, I am satisfied that the following candidates have successfully completed programmes of study within the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, and that they are worthy of the awards about to be conferred upon them. I invite you now to present to them their parchments. All graduates not attending today's ceremony are conferred in absentia. So, I now call my colleague, Mr. Shane O'Ryan, Head of Department of Lifelong Learning, who will introduce the conferees. Thank you all. Thank you.
Our first programme this evening for graduation is the Special Purpose Award Certificate in Financial Accounting and Payroll. Deborah Cuskelly. Katarzyna Droeska. Anne-Marie Hines. Rosette Aidas. Rasmai Malhotra. Anne O'Mara. Kathy Scally. I would ask the Certificate in Accounting and Payroll to please stand for a round of applause. Special Purpose Award, Certificate in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Elvada Sankugas. Crystal Donnellan. Sally Ford. Magdalena Gregorsk. Martin Neary. Andrew Pratt. Richard Wykes. I invite the Certificate in Logistics and Supply Chain Management to please rise, and can you please show your appreciation? Special Purpose Award, Certificate in Operations Quality and Lean Management, Sharon Booth. Rebecca Cassidy. Michael Coffey. Ray Farley. Damien Kiernan. Rachel Lanigan. Vincent Roach. Kevin Wall. Can the Certificate in Operations Quality and Lean Management please stand, and can you please show your appreciation? Special Purpose Award, Certificate in Procurement, Sirlene De Silva. Derek Doyle. Seamus McPadden. Jack Ruan. Brona Toohey. Louise Vaughan. I invite the Certificate in Procurement to stand for a round of applause. Special Purpose Award, Certificate in Real Estate Administration, Marna Grovald. Alicia Lydon. Alicia is the recipient of the Student of the Year Award in the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning. Jacinta McDonough. Lisa O'Sullivan. Rosemary Salmon. Kathleen Whelan. I now ask the Certificate in Real Estate Administration to stand. I invite you to show your appreciation. Special Purpose Award, Certificate in Supervisory Management and Team Leadership, Vicky Bergen, Aoife Callanan, Anthony Carr, Emer Collins, Ray Conlon, Aileen Daly, Rosalind Drew, Shannon Earley, Colin Farrell, Ashley Galvin, Caroline Good, Lorna Kavanagh, Dylan Madden, Claire Mahan, Patrick McGrory, Anya Noctor, Mary Nolan Durkin, Linda Redmond, Dennis Sattler, Karen Tai, Louise Sheehan, Kieran Spillane, Mark Walsh. I invite the certificate in supervisory management and team leadership to rise, and can we all show them appreciation. Higher certificate in business, Christine Conway. Mariana Craiga. Kira Cronin. Brendan Doyle. Ellen Egan. Lindsay Gavin. Geraldine Rowan. Evelyn Shine. Lucas Suwaskaj. And Dolores Kelly. I invite the Higher Certificate in Business to stand, and can you please give them a round of applause? Bachelor of Arts in Applied Social Studies in Social Care, Jackie Bance. Karen Boylan. Aisling Carl. Linda Glynn. Sarah Jane Harnett. Joseph Keenan. Nicola Kiernan. Sandy Larkin. Peter Lule. Musikazin Nuxmalo. Eileen O'Hara. Katie Ann Sheridan. Maria Shivnan. Can I ask the Bachelor of Arts in Applied Social Studies and Social Care to please stand for a round of applause? Bachelor of Arts Honours in Applied Social Studies in Social Care, Susan Egan. Fidelma Fallon. Loretta Feeney. And can the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Applied Social Studies and Social Care please stand, and can you please show your appreciation? Bachelor of Science in Quality and Lean Management, Valdemar Terlicki. And can I ask you to show your appreciation to the Bachelor of Science in Quality and Lean Management, Bachelor of Arts Honours in Law, Patrick Jones. Lisa Lefebvre. Keith Marr. Ava McCann. Sandra Ryan. I invite the Bachelor of Arts Honours in Law to please stand for a round of applause. Postgraduate Diploma in Business in Executive Management, John Barrett. Kevin Brady. Michael Brahan. Brenda Conlon. Anna Connaughton. Paul Crimmins. Edel Duffy. Anna Paula Faustino. Nicolette Hamill. Alan McGee. Anya McGrory. Rose McKenna. Shane Malloy. Emma O'Donnell. Brendan O'Hara. Peter Ormond. Fergal Reel. Carmel Sheeran. Can the postgraduate diploma in business and executive management please stand, and I invite you to show your appreciation. Master of Business Administration, Mathusen Banner. Jenny Burke. Ciara Clark. John Clark. Patrick Dunican. Shane Kiley. Damator Kiss. Jonathan McLaughlin. John Murphy. Hugh O'Neill. Tom O'Farrell. Eamon Spillane. Oliver Vrain. William Young. May I request the Masters of Business Administration to please stand, and we can join in showing our appreciation. President, that concludes the graduation from the Programmes Department of Lifelong Learning.
Thank you to Shana and to Michael. Thank you very much. I warmly welcome the Dean of the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Ms Michelle McKeown-Bennett, to present her conferees for award. Those to be conferred are outlined in your conferring booklet by special insertion in your conferring booklet. Thank you.
Thank you, Frances. Good evening, all. As the Dean of Faculty of Business and Hospitality, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of our conferees from the Level 6 Special Purpose Award programmes in culinary skills and in food and beverage operations. These programmes are a shining example of how our learners can attain an award through academic participation in a flexible manner which best suits their life commitments. 2020 and 2021 have been challenging years for the hospitality tourism industry in Ireland, but tourism is a resilient industry, framed by its ability to endure shocks and recover from rapid change. The tourism sector has historically rebounded strongly post-crisis and has been a major driver in Irish economic growth for many decades. Graduates from the Department of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies will benefit from a world of opportunity as the sector emerges from the COVID-19 pandemic. Technological University of the Shannon graduates are entrepreneurial, innovative, and are critical thinkers. They capitalise on opportunities. They enhance our local region through creation of employment opportunities, through social entrepreneurship, and through civic engagement. We are confident that we will continue to transfer knowledge from the classroom into practice in industry. Today's awards have been designed in response to immediate industry needs, and our soon-to-be graduates of these programmes will play a vital role in the economic recovery of our region from COVID-19 through employment in hospitality and tourism sector. To all of the graduates, on behalf of my faculty colleagues, I want to offer our warmest congratulations on reaching this point. I know that we have asked a lot of you during your time with us, and you in turn have responded with commitment, perseverance, good humour, and a lot of hard work. Wherever your next steps take you in your career paths, we will always be with you on that journey. Your parchment is proof of that commitment. We look forward to the day your journey brings you back to us as an expert in your field and as a member of our alumni. Well done, and thank you. And thank you to the families that have supported you in getting here today. President, I am satisfied that the following candidates have successfully completed programmes of study within the Faculty of Business and Hospitality and are worthy of the awards about to be conferred upon them. I invite you now to present to them their parchments. All graduates not attending today's ceremony are conferred in absentia. I now call upon my colleague, Dr. Anthony Johnston, Head of Department of Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Studies, who will introduce the conferees. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you, colleagues. The Special Purpose Award Certificate in Culinary Skills, Bernadette Bohan. Shane Costello. Shane Green. Emily Maycock. They aren't back at their seats yet, but if the graduates from the Certificate in Culinary Skills could remain standing, if we could give them a round of applause, please. The Special Purpose Award Certificate in Food and Beverage Operations, Paulina Blazko. Nicoletta Borska. Courtney Houlihan. And Krista Mihelson. Congratulations to the graduates of the Certificate in Food and Beverage Operations.
And thank you to the Dean and to the head of the department. I now invite the President of TUS, Professor Vincent Cannan, to give his graduation address.
Thanks, Francis. Adini Ushla, ta asan door arm via Shahanu, I was Boyt Lum Academy of Fajr of Galair, Cur of Galair. So, graduates, parents, family members, chair of our governing body, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the new president of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands Midwest, it is my honour and privilege to welcome you here today to our inaugural graduation ceremonies for TUS at our Athlone campus. Our graduation session here today is the first graduation ceremony of many across our 6 TUS campuses. Over the coming weeks, we will also celebrate the inaugural graduates of TUS at our Moylish, Clare Street, Ennis, Thurles and Clonmel campuses. At the heart of each of these campuses is a dynamic, close-knit community of learners represented in the Midlands by the 7 ceremonies across the 3 days of graduation on this campus, when we will confer 1,944 undergraduate students, 329 postgraduate students, including 3 Masters by Research and 9 PhDs. The highest award we can make. Today is a momentous day for you, our graduates, for your family and loved ones present in our Athlone International Arena, and those watching our graduation live stream at home. It's a proud day for our TUS Athlone campus community, who have helped you and supported you on your journey. Indeed, it is an historic day for our entire TUS family. Today, that family, of which you are now an alumni, comprises 6 campuses in 4 counties. As you've heard already, we are over 14,000 students and over 2,000 staff between full-time and part-time. We are a collective region of stakeholders on this shared journey to impact today's world and lead the world of tomorrow across social, cultural and economic domains. Our TUS family comprises students, staff and stakeholders who have delivered with us our shared ambition, not just to be Ireland's newest technological university, Ireland's first trans-regional university, but to be Ireland's best technological university. And we will become the best because of the people that we have. Those people include each of you here today, sitting in front of me as the inaugural graduates of our new university. You see, you, the student, are at the heart of this technological university. Our entire community that's represented here today has shared this journey with you, supporting you along the way. This supportiveness is one of the hallmarks of our community. It makes us unique, and it has enabled you to achieve your goal of graduating. To sit here today in your graduating dress, proud of who you are, whom you have become during your time with us, and no doubt dreaming of the future, just like we are. Our stories, yours as a new graduate and ours as a fledgling university, follow a similar path. We both share aspirations for the future. We have ambitions to be the best, to make a difference in the world, and to shape, create, innovate, and lead. However, our story, just like yours, just didn't begin today. The foundations for our TUS story have been laid down over generations in the Midlands and Midwest through our two founding institutions of Athlone Institute of Technology and Limerick Institute of Technology. And we stand on the shoulders of this knowledge, this expertise, this heritage. We respect this provenance, as it has proudly provided us with our DNA. Above me, as I stand before you today, you will note our new emblems, represented by a bridge and water. Our emblem is more than symbolic. It tells our story. Our bridge connects our communities on both sides of the Shannon to each other. It connects our regions to the rest of the country and to the world. And education itself is a bridge. It's a bridge providing learners with opportunities for self-development, to succeed and to drive change. Our bridge also symbolises accessibility and inclusion and represents the core of our new multi-campus university as one, united. As our chair has said, we are a region of over 850,000 people. We border half of almost every county in the Republic, and we are linked by water. The magical River Shannon's water is often referred to as the well of knowledge. It has served as an ancient route for knowledge sharing for hundreds of years. And up the river from here, where we sit today, lies Clonmacnoise, an ancient monastery on the banks of the River Shannon, founded by St. Ciaran in the 6th century. That monastery flourished and became a seat of great learning, a university of its time, with students from all across Europe. It became a place of reverence and excellence in learning that typifies a period in Irish history when Ireland was known as the land of saints and scholars. And today, centuries later, through the beginning of our story, that sense of knowledge flows deep, and a university of our time stands proud once more on the banks of the Shannon here in the Midlands. But it's not just knowledge that flows deep in our university. Community flows deep as well. And our ambition to serve as a resource for the people living in these regions and beyond, linked by the River Shannon, is unfolding. The ambition of TUS is to impact our communities, our regions here, and indeed to have a global impact through our knowledge creation and sharing. We want to lead the development of our regions here in the Midlands and the Midwest to sustain a virtuous cycle so that our students can study in our campuses and as graduates can and will live, work and raise families in our regions. We want to encourage the inward investment of Indigenous companies and foreign direct investment into our regions to strengthen our clusters that already exist in software, technology, smart manufacturing, professional services, including financial services, medical technologies, and biopharmaceuticals, to name just a few. We want our university, our new type of university, our technological university, at the centre of an ever-growing regional ecosystem. Because regional development will be at the core of the Technological University of the Shannon. It's not just a legislative requirement of the TU Act in 2018, but a founding principle of TUS, and it is deeply embedded in our DNA. Our university is about developing and enhancing our regions by working together collaboratively. It's about our stakeholders across civic, social, industry and business realms, working in a symbiotic way to achieve the shared goals of the region. Cross-cutting research and further enhancing our capacity to enrich civic, social and cultural engagement while providing learners with new and essential access and pathways. Your story, your student story, began when you first walked through the doors of this campus. You came from different routes, some through CAO, some through PLC courses and further education institutions, others through our Access course and apprenticeships. Through these different pathways on your journey into higher education, you became a member of this community. When you studied here, you made friends with classmates, leaned into our teaching and learning supports, and were guided each step of the way by our dedicated academic and professional management and support staff. To those members right across our community, to those staff members right across our community, on behalf of you, our graduates, I thank you. I thank the staff for your professionalism, your support, your determination, and indeed your empathy in encouraging each of our now 2,273 graduates overall. Whilst our community of staff provided you with a scaffolding, a temporary support structure to help you during that time with us, you did the work. You persevered through significant challenges, especially the COVID pandemic, and you were forced to adapt how you learned. You showed remarkable resilience, agility, strength, and determination during this period. And I know this was personally challenging for so many of you. And I know there were many struggles along the way. And there were personal losses for some. But despite these challenges, I am so grateful to be able to stand here today as the inaugural president of TUS, our university, to hand you your parchment in person and to proudly stand beside you and our community of staff to congratulate you on this most significant achievement, your graduation day. But no one becomes a graduate on their own. We all rely on others to get us through, to encourage, to provide sustenance, to be there. So to the friends and families of all our graduates, I also extend our thanks and appreciation to you. And now, graduates, maybe you might stand up, turn towards your friends and family, and give them a very well-deserved round of applause. As they say, that and your first paycheck will really help. To the staff represented here today as well, those staff who have helped bring you to this day, I also extend my deep thanks and appreciation. You too have had to adapt, to change, to overcome. COVID challenged education in a way none of us could have predicted. And yet, we have our worthy graduates here today, knowledgeable and skilled. Congrats to you all, staff and students. For the staff, that process of change continues on a daily basis with our new journey to create a technological university that will challenge and disrupt conventional thinking. I very much look forward to our journey together, to our transformation. And our transformation becomes a part of a wider transformation. And that transformation is about the power of education to transform lives. This too is in our DNA. Now you, as inaugural alumni of our new technological university, have the responsibility to use that transformative power that's been placed upon you to make a difference, make an impact on people's lives and on the world in which we live. You are equipped to do it. On this historic day, and mark my words, this is an historic day, the first graduates of the Technological University of the Shannon, Midlands, Midwest. This historic day, and as I look out at you, our new graduates from our new university, stand tall and stand proud. What you have achieved is immense in the most trying of circumstances. Along with my colleagues, I will watch your continued journey with great interest and great pride as you navigate your next steps in life and begin the next chapter in your story. And so, to the class of 2021 and the inaugural graduates of TUS, the Technological University of the Shannon, I wish you the best of luck and heartfelt congratulations. Gurlamina Magov Galer.
Thank you, President. I now call upon you, President, to present the special award, the Student of the Year Award in the Faculty of Continuing Professional, Online and Distance Learning. And the award goes to Alicia Linden. Now that's what conferring is about, pure joy. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, colleagues, and now graduates of the class of 2021, that concludes our conferring ceremony. It would be remiss of me, though, not to acknowledge the enormous work that has been invested in the past number of weeks to ensure that today's graduation ceremony could be conducted safely back on campus rather than virtually. Accordingly, I'd now like to thank shortly our staff who have made today run so smoothly. In particular, our registry department under the leadership of Marguerite Murphy, Caroline and all the team. To our quality office, Cora and Mary, under the leadership of our assistant registrar and head of quality, Mary Good. Cora, your diligence in ensuring the distribution of all parchments efficiently and effectively today is commendable, so thank you. Our faculty administrators, led by Siobhan Kelly in the Faculty of Continuing Professional, Online and Distance Learning, and all of your team. Thank you for all your great work over the past number of weeks in particular. Our arena has been transformed to be one of the most incredible conferring venues that I have witnessed in my career. It's been set up with dedication to be a safe and welcoming environment for you in order that we could celebrate here today. This is in no small part to Jerry and all his team who've done incredible work in transforming this wonderful venue for us, and I'd like to thank them most sincerely. A special word of thanks also has to go to our Estates Manager, Cormac Cloonan, our Head of Health and Safety Officer, Fergus Sweeney, for guiding the setup today in the context of complying to all public health guidelines. Thanks also to the Head of Student Services, Ms Sarah Lecumber, and for all of her work and that of the team that are assisting in all of the different locations today that are supporting the conferring ceremony, including where you collected your graduation gowns and in the canteen. And in that regard, I'd also like to thank Paul Coburn and David Kelly for their provision of a snack to aid you on your way home past our ceremony today. Again, I'd like to thank the 2nd Brigade Army Band for their contribution to today's ceremony under the stewardship of Captain Thomas Kelly. An uplifting and joyous contribution, I think you'll admit, and thank you to all of the band members. So you got to the bit before I had in my notes, you might show your appreciation to everybody. So let's do it again for all of those I've mentioned. So again, I'd just like to remind you that we invite you, our graduates, and your guests to the main canteen to avail of that snack before you leave us today. I know some of you have journeyed. But to adhere to the public health guidelines and to ensure your safety, that has to be, unfortunately, a takeaway service this year. But as Michael mentioned, you'll be back, so I'm sure we'll get to celebrate it over cups of tea. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the graduation ceremony for 2021. We congratulate you, the class of 2021, for your significant accomplishment, and can now proudly call you a member of our inaugural TUS alumni community. Along with my colleagues, I sincerely wish you continued success, happiness, health, and personal fulfilment in your future career. We hope that you enjoyed the rest of your special day and evening safely in the company of your family and friends. If you can now please rise. The 2nd Brigade Band will play us out as the academic procession leaves our arena. And on this occasion, I will ask their graduates to join our academic procession row by row as we leave. So if you can join us at the back as we're leaving. Thank you very much and safe home.